doing, buddy?
Good. I'm doing about five. Doesn't matter which one I use.
Sure.
Okay.
I think it's just the one. Yeah, no problem. I have a replay at that point.
Oh, yeah. Okay. weekends. Dude, I'm Jordan Fisher.
Julie Deep, nice
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys at Littleton for years.
Yeah.
Yes. So great to finally meet you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, same.
Yes, my wife Katie somewhere.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Are you doing something today?
I'm doing the play-by-play.
Oh, all right. Sounds good. I'm not as talented as you.
I don't know. Well, you haven't heard me yet. So.
I'm really low on the list, so yeah.
I've done it before, but only once.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Sean might be that call. But if that doesn't happen.
That was going to do it. And I was like, I did it for some JV games.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then you got it.
Yeah.
All I try to do is just make sure I get everybody at home just wants to hear their grandkid's name.
Yeah,
So
just a
everybody-
personalized
And then just go a little crazy when they score.
I was like, that's so cool. So just play-by-play, say what I see. After.
No. The other part of it is like, don't be scared of some silence, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching because they were just talking. So, just like, I just read it, just muted it. I was like, I can't do it.
That's a good point, because I remember thinking even when I watched Pose, there's silence. There's magical moments because you just want to take it in. So what do you do?
Well, maybe we team up for something.
Yeah. Well, and I just like, look,
Because I'm happy to just go it. That allows me to kind of crack jokes and talk about what I'm really seeing.
yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah, a lot of people feel bad, like, hey, I'm happy to help with whatever down there. I'm here. It's hard to commit too far ahead of time.
If we can get like a third, maybe a fourth, maybe there's sort of four of us in the general swimming pool, I don't mind doing like, a third to a half. I just
Good evening, everyone. This is Jordan Fisher, and I'm going to be giving you a play-by-play tonight for your Screaming Eagles as we take on the Miners from Cheyenne Mountain. This is our second CPHL game of the season. We came off of a strong showing last night, and hope to do the same again tonight. So the horn just sounded. The players are gathering the pucks, and we'll get started here soon. Drop the puck. We have Ronan taking the face off, and to his right is Dawson, and to his left is Hoyt. And it looks like Eddie and Jackson are starting on B, and we have Landon in goal tonight. Puck is dropped. The Miners come away with it and try to dump it in. Eddie does a good job holding it up at the blue line. And Eddie's bringing it up, passes it, tries to clear it out to Ronan, but the Miners are there and they're dumping and chasing. Good play by Ronan to beat the Miners guy to it, and Dawson is hustling down to wave off the icing end to win the puck and centers it, but nobody is there, and the Miners are now turning around for the counterpunch. And they have dumped it in deep again and are chasing after it. Elijah Fisher there on the poke check from the Screaming Eagles. And the puck rolls around the back of the Screaming Eagles goal. And we are still looking for a clear turnover there. And the Miners are, again, just dumping it. They're content to dump and chase right now. And the Screaming Eagles are trying to break it out here. Here we go. Drew chips it over to Hoyt. Tough pass to handle. Just bounced on him just a little bit. Hoyt back to Drew. Drew tries to center it to Maddox and just misses him. So it comes out of the zone here, and Jack is recovering back to get it and chips it behind the net to Elijah. And Elijah swings it on around and out. And looks like Landon Green is pursuing after here, trying to win the puck. And Drew's carrying it into the offensive zone here and trying to get it deep for the Screaming Eagles. But there's three Miners players on, but he still comes away with it. Just loses the handle, but it goes to Jackson. Jackson dumps it in deep, and Maddox was trying to make that centering pass to Drew, but just got intercepted by a Miners stick. The Miners are now trying to break it out, but the Eagles are doing a good job making that difficult for him, and Jackson dumps it in deep again, and puck's just kind of ricocheting around a little bit. The Miners do come away with it, trying to get to the red line, but good job by the Screaming Eagles to not give it to him so he couldn't dump it in deep. And here we go again, back in the offensive zone. Drew's got possession. He's carrying it down low. Makes a centering pass, and it just misses Landon's stick. I think it bounced off the off the goal post. Austin Donaldson over to Eddie. Eddie makes a nice cross-ice pass to Landon Green. Landon tries to put it just a shot on net, but it hits the Miners pad there, and the Eagles dump it back in and are now chasing with Lucas in pursuit down deep. And Lucas tried to get it deep, but again, just hit a minor shin pad and kind of bounced right back out to neutral ice. Jackson King has it, trying to collect it over to Lucas. Lucas to Eddie. Eddie makes a great cross-ice pass and just misses Connor. Connor does a good job keeping it in the zone there, so we don't have to regroup. Bauer just lost a handle there on the blue line, but we are able to get it in deep, and Connor and Bauer are in pursuit here on the forecheck. Nice poke check by Jackson over to keep it in the zone, and Bauer dumps it deep, and Connor goes to work down low. Got Gabe with the forecheck now, and Connor's in helping him, and there's two Miners players, two Screaming Eagles players. Connor comes out with it, puck's right in front, and Carson tries to get a shot off, and it just got hit by a Miners stick. Jack does a good job again keeping it in. Carson does another good job keeping it in the zone. Jack with great, just brought it out, so it's going to be, going to have to regroup, and the Screaming Eagles are still offsides here, and that is a whistle. We didn't quite get all the way out of the zone. And as we go in to pursue that forecheck without everybody getting out of the zone at the same time, that is an offsides. So that puck will be brought all the way back down into the Screaming Eagles defensive zone here for a defensive face-off. Looks like we have Elijah Fisher and Jack as D, and then Ronan is the line here, taking the face-off. Ronan wins it back. He's battling against the boards, trying to clear it out. Gets it over to Jack. Jack gets it up to Hoyt. Hoyt gets it to Ronan. Ronan's bringing it in. Gets a shot. Doesn't quite get all of it. Another good stick poke check by the Miners. Ronan trying to center it and just squirts around a little bit. Hits a few sticks on the way through the neutral zone there. Cross ice pass by the Miners, and Jackson O'Donnell does a good job intercepting that and makes a nice pass to Elijah. Elijah's looking for an outlet pass, but in that process hits Ronan in the back of the leg. Ronan's doing a good job keeping his body between the defender so he can control the puck. And the Screaming Eagles are trying to be patient here with their breakout and not force anything, but we also want to be careful not to have bad turnovers. Elijah Fisher's got the puck and makes a nice stop and turns and makes an outlet pass to Hoyt, and Hoyt gets it out of the zone, but the Miners are there to dump it right back in, and here they come with their forecheck to pursue. Elijah with the puck and is able to successfully just get it out of the zone and allow us to try to get some pressure here in the neutral zone to cause a turnover from the Miners, but they're right back on top of it, and that was a dangerous play there. That puck just rolled off of one of the Screaming Eagles sticks and ended up backdoor to a Miners player, but wasn't able to get on it, good shot on it, and thankfully sailed it over the goal. But we're in the first period here. 11 minutes, 35 seconds left to go, and it looks like we have Drew Jenkins taking the face-off for the Screaming Eagles. Eddie wins it back to Eddie. Eddie behind the goal over to Maddox. Maddox whips it up, but doesn't quite get it out, and that puck goes back in deep, and the Screaming Eagles are trying to break it out here, and Maddox makes a nice pass over to Landon. Landon's bringing it with some speed. He's got Drew crashing hard, and he tries to feed it into Drew, and just off the skate of a Miners player. But a creative idea and just good speed through the neutral zone for the Screaming Eagles there. Puck squirts out in the neutral zone, and both teams are battling to try to get possession of it. The Miners do collect it and try to chip it in, but it hits a few players on the way in, and still any man's puck. Drew does come away with it here, and he's trying to get it in deep, but again, it's just kind of a loose puck right now. He does get it into the zone, passes over to Maddox. Maddox with a one-timer that just goes wide and comes out of the zone, and so we have Elijah now back trying to set things up for the Screaming Eagles, and his pass to Drew is a little off the mark, and Drew isn't able to collect it, hits off the boards, and goes in for an icing. So we're in the first period here, 10:33 left, and both teams, it just seems, are trying to find their rhythm still, trying to get into that space that they're comfortable and playing their game. And it's while they're trying to do that, both teams are not quite managing to have possession, or really nobody's having some good opportunities, threatening opportunities yet, but I'm sure they will come. puck comes out to neutral zone again. Connor Politi is backing up, makes a pass to Elijah. Elijah pass to Lucas. Lucas with speed through the neutral zone across into the offensive zone, makes a pass to Jack. Jack gets a good shot, but it's a good glove save by the Miners goalie. Looks like the face-off is going to be to the left of the Miners goalie, and it's Gabe Fisher taking this face-off with Max to his right and Carson to his left. Elijah and Jack on D, and Gabe wins that face-off back to Jack. Jack dumps it in, and Gabe is swings it around behind the goal. Max is forechecking hard, and Carson's over there now, and the Screaming Eagles are doing a good job keeping this puck in the zone here. Not making it easy for the Miners to get it out. That puck gets hit again back down deep, and the Miners are swinging around their back behind their goalie trying to get a breakout pass, but Elijah steps in nice to intercept that and puts a body on the Miners player so he can't get any lumber on that pass. And Gabe tries to do a one-time ripper from the blue line and doesn't quite get all of it. That puck is in the neutral zone. The Miners are collecting it and trying to regroup themselves and make an outlet pass, but they miss their guy, and goes to Elijah, who slaps it all the way down for icing. Face off to the left of Landon here in the Screaming Eagles defensive zone, and Ronan wins that cleanly back. Jackson King collects it over to Dawson. Dawson up to Ronan. Ronan to Hoyt. Hoyt just gets or the Miners play just get a stick on it to break it off from Hoyt. But here we go. The Screaming Eagles again. Dawson with some speed through the neutral zone. Just loses the handle at the red line, but does get it into the offensive zone, and Ronan has collected it and is looking for some help along the boards there. And we now have three guys over there, and Hoyt trying to make that centering pass to Dawson, but it just again hit a few sticks. But Austin does a good job keeping that puck in on the blue line. Looks like Hoyt battling down low, gets it down to Ronan behind the goal. Ronan off the pass, great centering pass. The puck is loose, but just too many bodies, and Dawson wasn't able to collect that at all and get anything on it. But it's a great creative effort. Screaming Eagles just dump and chase here as we get a whole line change, which is what was needed there. And so it looks like you got Maddox out there. Maddox tries to make a pass, hits Eddie, but Eddie collects it and gets over to Drew. Drew Jenkins has it and makes a little deke to beat the defender, and brings it into the offensive zone and gets a good shot with a loose puck, but the goalie collects it. Pucks on net is always a good thing, so it's a good idea by Drew. We're going to be taking this face off in the Screaming Eagles offensive zone, left of the Miners goalie. Drew's taking the face off. He's got Maddox to his right, Landon Green to his left, and he's got Eddie and Jackson on D. The Miners win that, but Landon successfully gets back there to intercept it and is grinding along the boards with a few Screaming Eagles players. The puck squirts out to a Miners. The Miners try to break it out, but it missed their connection there, and Jackson King tries to make a pass to Eddie and kind of just doesn't get all of it. There's some good pressure there from the Miners, but Eddie was able to get on his horse and gather that before it became threatening. Jackson carrying it into the offensive zone. He also throws that puck on net, and that was on the ground and right at the 5-hole of the goalie, but he does a good job closing those legs, and no rebound on that either. Got 7:25 here in the first period. This face-off will be to the left of the Miners goalie. Looks like we have Lucas Scott taking this face-off with Bauer to his left and Connor to his right, Elijah and Jack at D. Elijah keeps that puck in from the blue line, just dumps it in deep. And that puck almost squirted loose to Lucas Scott. And he was licking his chops for a shot right there in the crease, but it just missed him. Two Screaming Eagles players combine up on a Miners player and cause that turnover, which then kicks out to Elijah. Elijah, shot on net, just goes wide. Looks like Connor was down there as well, trying to get a stick on it for a little tap in, but a redirect, but it didn't quite connect there. And now Elijah's gathered the puck In our defensive zone to Jack. Jack over to Connor. Connor tries to get it out, but doesn't connect with Bauer. And turnover in the neutral zone again, and the Miners do a good job just dumping it in and are chasing aggressively after it. Make a centering pass, but just couldn't connect on that, so that squirts out of the zone into the neutral zone, and the Miners are recollecting. Both teams are going for changes. The Miners are trying to get that in, but just don't do it. It squirts out to Gabe, and it's one-on-one here. Gabe with a shot on goal with a rebound, but Max just wasn't able to quite get to it. Again, shots on goal is a good thing, especially low and hard that come out for rebounds. That puck squirts to Jackson O'Donnell. Jackson keeps it in again. Max then kicks it down low to Gabe. Gabe's bringing it back out. Throws it to his point to Jackson. Jackson on net, and the Miners player just kicks that with his boot. Max Sutter and Carson Deed are working hard in the corner. There's 2 Screaming Eagles and 2 Miners players, and it's a battle. And finally comes out, but Miners player throws it off to Jackson. Jackson O'Donnell then gets it. It comes out to Max. Max has it. Tries to do a move, but there's 2 Miners players on him. Carson gets it. Tries to do a centering pass, but it gets stick lifted. And it's unsuccessful, and it is whipped now around the boards, and looks like that was close to too many men on the ice there for the Screaming Eagles. It's always a dangerous play when one man's leaving the ice and another man's getting on, and the puck comes right there. But there was no call there. Ronan is bringing the puck up through the neutral zone, but couldn't get it through the 2 Miners players, and Miners now bring the puck into our offensive zone and make a centering pass that they don't connect on. Puck gets chipped out. Ronan chips it again up to Hoyt. The referee's kind of in the way, but Hoyt does a good job collecting it. And then the puck comes back to him. Oh, what a shot. Oh, and then the rebound in Austin. And then another rebound shot. Is the puck still loose? I don't know. Oh, there's a lot going on down there. We're going to have to see maybe if there's a replay of this one coming up. That was a lot of activity down there. Looks like, I don't know if we missed on this shot or if the goalie made an incredible save. It looks like just missed. Hoyt's shot just went wide. The recentering pass goes off the goalie's skate, and then he was able to fall on it. So that is our best scoring opportunity by far. Again, just pucks on net. Good things will happen. Miners win that face-off. They collect it behind their goal and look for their breakout pass, but again, the Screaming Eagles are doing a good job making that difficult. So that puck comes loose in neutral ice and up into the netting, and we'll take a face-off here at center ice. We've got the Jenkins line coming out. So Drew will be taking this face-off. Looks like Eddie and Jackson King on D. So Drew's taking the face-off. Landon's to his left. Maddox to his right. Miners win that, but he loses an edge, so it's a turnover. But then Eddie, puck just keeps squirting around, like I said earlier. It's just both teams are still trying to get into the rhythm of this game, and it's so far had a lot of turnovers, a lot of neutral ice time. That is an offsides. 4:05 left here in the first period. Score is 0-0. The same group of forwards, but we have changed D, so Elijah and Jack now are on D. Drew's taking the face-off. Wins it back. Elijah steps up, chips it into the neutral zone. Get the Miners and chip it into our zone and do a good job keeping it in themselves. That centering pass is intercepted by Elijah. Jack is battling over in the corner, and Drew and Elijah come to help now. And Elijah pokes it out, tries to make a pass, but the Miners player successfully intercepts that, diving on the ice with his stick out. Miners player loses his stick. Elijah Fisher just levels a kid in center ice, but the puck is still just neutral in center ice. Oh, Maddox looked like maybe he got tripped, but there was just a lot of bodies around. No call there. Screaming Eagles do collect it through neutral ice. Landon over to Maddox. Maddox to Drew. Drew drops it to Landon. Landon passes it to Drew. Drew, what a great save. I believe that was a great glove save by the goalie, but that was another threatening opportunity for the Screaming Eagles. It looks like we'll have a replay here. Again, great passing. Drew drops it to Landon. Landon then makes a pass center to Drew. Drew, it might have hit the crossbar there, actually. Here, we'll get a good view of it from here. Yeah, that's straight off the crossbar. Great opportunity again for the Screaming Eagles. Just keep up the pressure. Face-off is going to be in the minor zone here, left of the goalie. Looks like we have Lucas taking the face-off. Lucas wins that over to Connor. Connor taps it in deep behind the Miners goalie, then chases it. Miners try to clear it out, but it comes to Austin. Austin flicks it back in at the front blue line, and the Miners are able to get it out into neutral zone, and it looks like Bauer's back to collect it for the Screaming Eagles. The puck just hit a few bodies, ricocheting through the neutral zone there, and looks like Bauer collects it, passes it to Austin. Austin up to Lucas. Lucas can't collect it to the neutral zone, but it just keeps skating, and it looks like we will have a penalty here for roughing against the Miners. So this will be the first penalty of the game, and it comes with 2:39 left in the first period, and it will be a 2-minute minor against the Miners for roughing. This will be our first chance tonight to see the Screaming Eagles power play. Looks like we're going to have Ronan, Hoyt, Dawson, Maddox, and Drew out there. So the 5-forward power play. Ronan, kind of a neutral face-off, goes to the corner. Dawson's battling against it. The Screaming Eagles do come away with it. Drew back to Maddox. Maddox down low to Dawson. Dawson back up to Drew. Over to Maddox at the point. Maddox is looking for some options. Tries to rip something to just create something in front of the net, but it gets deflected by a Miners player. Maddox over to Drew. Drew tries to get a shot off, but the Miners get a body in front of it. They have done that all night, of just whether it's a skate boot or a shin pad or their bodies or sticks, they've done a really good job of just being in the shooting lanes. Ronan brings the puck in, centers it. Maddox down low, back to Drew. Drew cross ice to Hoyt. Hoyt to the point to Maddox. Maddox is looking for somebody and passes it back over to Hoyt. Hoyt back to Maddox at the point, over to Drew. Drew down low to Dawson. And they switch positions. Dawson back up now to Maddox. Maddox down low to Drew, but kind of loses it. And the Miners are trying to be aggressive there to create a turnover, and they have successfully done that. And it now leads to a 2-on-2 for them on their penalty kill. And 15 makes a good play, but a great play by Landon to come out of his crease and poke check that away to break up a fast break. And now it leads to maybe a transition opportunity here for the Screaming Eagles. Ronan throws one on net, but Drew wasn't able to tip it or corral that, but we do keep possession here, and we've got 30 seconds left on this power play. Let's see if we can develop something here and be creative with our passing lanes and get a good opportunity here before time expires on this power play. Drew backdoor to Elijah, but just off his boot. Elijah to Dawson. Dawson tries to throw something on net again, but the Miners are just there with the block it with their boot. That'll just about do it. We've got 5 seconds left on the power play, 43 seconds left in the period. And everybody's getting a full change here, it looks like. And so Screaming Eagles are bringing it in. It's Landon Green with some speed through the neutral zone, doing some stick handling, tries to throw it on net, just goes wide. Back to Elijah. Elijah tips one. There it is. No. Oh, I thought that was it. That was a great play. Elijah with the shot pass that Landon tips. I thought that went 5-hole, but the goalie makes a great save. Here's the replay of it. Elijah again, the shot pass right to Landon. Landon just with the backhand tip right on net. Looked like it was going to go 5-hole, and the goalie's able to successfully, again, butterfly down to make that great save. Got 15 seconds left here. The first period, the score is still 0-0, but the Eagles have started to rack up some really quality scoring opportunities. We just haven't been able to capitalize on it yet. And as time, though, expires here, 3, 2, 1. That'll be the end of the first. Still 0-0, but I like what I'm seeing here. The final few minutes of the first period, I feel like the Eagles were doing a better job playing their game and getting some quality scoring opportunities. Now we just need to capitalize. So end of the first period, 0-0. we start the second here. Again, the score is 0-0. The Screaming Eagles have been doing a great job creating some scoring opportunities, some threatening opportunities. Let's see if they can keep that up in a second. We have Gabe taking the face-off here to start with Max to his right, Carson to his left, and looks like Eddie and Jackson on D. Gabe won it back, but again, it's just kind of squirting around. The Miners do come away with it here and are collecting themselves in the neutral zone, trying to get some speed to bring it in, but and 7 does that successfully for the Miners, gets it in deep, makes a centering pass, but nobody's home, and Max is down there to collect it. Makes a nice little move to Jackson King. Jackson tries to flip it up, but just hits the netting on his way up. So it'll be a face-off in our defensive zone to Landon's right. Looks like we're going to do some wholesale changes on both sides here as well. So it's going to be Jack and Elijah on defense. Looks like Drew is coming out to take the face-off, and Landon Green will be on his left. And Maddox is also going to, Charles is also going to line up there on his left. We're going to double stack over there. Drew wins it back to Jack. Jack passes it to Elijah. Elijah's trying to collect it against the boards, but it just kind of stuck to the boards and gets it up to Landon. Landon tries to make an outlet to Jack, but Jack just misses it, just outside of his reach. But it does trickle all the way down and not for an icing, so we're able to collect it here in our offensive zone. Drew's battling, goes back to Elijah. Elijah tries to get something in down deep, but again, just hits a Miners stick and trickles into neutral zone here. Miners are able to get it and just chip it down in deep. The Eagles are trying to collect it. Elijah whips it around behind his goalie over to Landon. Landon had 2 Miners on it, and they were able to take it from him, and they throw something just in the middle there. But there was a little bit of, I think that's Jack was just trying to make sure the Miners player did not have an opportunity to go tap on Landon's glove there. And that's what you want out of your defense. You don't want people being able to whack your goalie while he's trying to collect that puck. So I, as a defensive son, I always appreciate when I see that. Ronan wins the face-off back to Austin. Austin sends it out, but it kind of gets fumbled there again. The Miners come away with it. They're trying to create something out of it. They just throw it through neutral ice. Jackson O'Donnell is back, and he collects it off the boards up to Dawson. Dawson turns off the boards to Ronan. Ronan off the boards to Hoyt. Hoyt's bringing it into the offensive zone, puts the brakes on, and makes a nice cross-ice pass to Dawson. Dawson makes a centering pass to Ronan. Ronan gets a shot, but saved by the goalie. Back to the point here. Austin over to Jackson. Jackson's going to put something on net. Hits the goalie's pads, but he saves that off to the corner, and the Screaming Eagles come away with it and are battling to just try to keep possession while we get a few changes here. That puck comes loose. Jackson O'Donnell, that's a good shot. Good save off the right shoulder pad of the goalie. But that was a good look from Jackson O'Donnell there as well. .48 here in the second. Score still 0-0. We got Lucas taking the face off. And Hunter to his right. Bauer to his left. Bauer in pursuit. The Miners throw that off the boards, and it will not be an icing because the referee said that we could have touched it, but we chose not to. Eddie now clears it up to Connor. Connor makes a great pass to Lucas. Lucas, breakout pass to Bauer. Bauer gets a good shot off, but again, the goalie comes up with a big save. The goalie is playing very well tonight. I don't know what the shots are, but we are definitely racking up some quality opportunities here. And I feel like sooner or later we're going to break this and get on the scoreboard here. So 14:28 left in the second. Gabe Fisher is taking this face off. He has Carson to his left, Max to his right. Gabe wins that back to Eddie. Eddie throws one deep in the corner, and Max is in pursuit. Max wins that to the puck and is battling 2 Miners. Puck swings around, and we got Gabe going over there. Eddie pinches up, and Carson does a good job stepping back in Eddie's place, and he and Jackson are fighting off the Miners. That puck does not come out, so that is still in an onside position. It's just squirting around, the puck is. Finally, the Miners are able to get it deep. Jackson King collects it, tries to pass it to Eddie, but there's 2 Miners on him, so it hits one of their skates, and He's able now to pass it up to Max. Max is looking for a breakout pass, but he's just going to carry it up to the neutral zone. Looks for a pass cross ice, but can't connect. But we are able to get it into our zone, but it goes up into the Screaming Eagles bench. And so that will create a pause of play, which will lead to a face-off here in our offensive zone. Looks like we're coming out with Drew, Maddox, and Landon. And Jack and Elijah are in at D. Drew's taking the face off here, and our offensive zone wins it back to Elijah. Elijah collects it, fumbles it a little bit, then throws it down to Landon. Landon tries to bring it back up, and passes it down to Maddox. Maddox has a nice move, beats one guy, trying to beat the second guy, centers it. Landon's got it. The puck's just at everybody's feet. The Miners come away with it. If they hustle, they could have an odd man. They got 3-on-2 here, but Drew does a good job back checking, and Elijah does a good job stick lifting that. So the puck just slides into Landon, and Landon does a good job just covering it and freezing it. So we'll now take a face off to the left of Landon. We're going to keep our D out there with Jack and Elijah. We're going to bring Ronan and Hoyt and Dawson out. Ronan wins that face-off, and we collect it. Ronan now passes it over to Dawson. Dawson's bringing it in, sauces it, tries to connect with Hoyt just outside his reach. Hoyt passes it back to Elijah. Elijah chips it up to beat the Miners player. Gets it back down to Hoyt. Hoyt makes a move, loses his skates, but keeps the puck while he's on his knees and makes a pass down to Dawson. Dawson tries to center it back to Hoyt, and just a Miners stick just gets in his way there. And that is going to be offsides. .47 left in the second period. The score is still 0-0. We're taking this face off here in the dot neutral zone. Drew wins it cleanly back to Jackson. Jackson up to Maddox. Maddox passes it off the boards to Drew. Drew's carrying it here through the neutral zone. Got two Miners players on him. He drops it to Landon. Landon also gets checked, but passes it to Jackson O'Donnell, who puck squirts around. Jackson O'Donnell comes with it, makes a pass to Drew. Drew's looking down low for Maddox. Maddox centering pass to Drew. Drew with a good shot again. Maddox now tries to, I believe the goalie made a great save, but then Maddox's shot got blocked by a Miners player. I don't know how many block shots they have, but they have a lot. They've been doing a good job all night of that. The Miners try to clear it now, and it's up in the netting. So we will be taking a face-off here in our offensive zone to the left of the Miners goalie with 12:06 left in the second period. Ronan here to take the face-off for the Screaming Eagle. He wins it cleanly into the zone. The Miners try to swing it around, but Eddie does a good job hustling over there, and he's able to dump it back in deep to Ronan. Ronan now back up to the point to Eddie. Eddie dumps it in deep, swings it back up to Jackson King. Jackson gets it down low to Ronan. Ronan's got two Miners on him and squirts out to Dawson. Dawson tries to get it back down low to Ronan, but just squirting around. The Miners come away with it. They're looking to break it out through the neutral zone here, but good job by the Screaming Eagles to get back. Hoyt was in good position to help out, and now he's got the puck and tries to make a pass, but it gets hit by two Miners players. They have a very good forecheck, and that is their best chance of the night. But Landon comes up huge. What a save. I was not sure what happened there. That is a point-blank 2-on-0 centering pass to a wide-open Miners player. Eddie does a good job coming back just to put a little pressure on, but what a save by Landon here. We're going to get a good shot of it right here on this replay. What a great glove save. Point-blank shot. That was a great job by Landon to keep this game at a 0-0. That was his first big test, and he came up big. Good job on that save, Landon. Elijah Fisher is trying to drop that puck, and to Jack to Lucas. Lucas up to Connor, back to Lucas. Lucas tries to make an outlet pass cross ice, but just doesn't connect with Bauer there. That puck keeps skirting around. It's like Connor Politi tries to clear it. I think that might count as a shot on goal. Over to Elijah. Elijah whips it up to Jack. Jack is able to get it out of the zone here, and let's see if we can get a little forecheck going. Good forecheck by Bauer. Gabe tried to chip it for himself. The Miners players just intercepted it in the neutral zone and now have it in the offensive zone. They dump it down deep to 14 from the Miners, and he's trying to collect it. Makes a centering pass, but it's intercepted by Elijah. But then another centering pass, shot on goal. The Miners are creating some pressure here, but Landon does a good job covering it. We just needed to stop there. The Miners have started to put a little bit of pressure here on us, which we hadn't seen so far. So the Screaming Eagles just need to put some pressure here with some forecheck, win this face-off, get some speed through the neutral zone, get it back on the offensive side here. Momentum is a funny thing, and we have had the momentum, but it can change quickly. Eagles win that face-off. Landon Green does a great job carrying it through the neutral zone, takes a shot, just goes wide. The puck's still deep behind the Miners' goal. We're putting a good forecheck on. It's Drew with a good forecheck. Causes the pass to be broken up, so the Miners are still trying to break it out. Looks like they have it, make a pass here to the neutral zone. Across the red line, try to dump it in deep. Eddie does a good job of collecting it, but he dumps it off the boards, which will lead to an icing. .9:49 left in the second, still a scoreless game. This face-off after the icing is going to be to the right of Landon in our defensive zone. It looks like we have Ronan taking the face-off. Back to the Miners. Miners make a cross-ice pass and then try to dump it in. And I don't think that was a shot on net, but Landon gloved it anyways. And let's take this face-off again and start over. Ronan with the face-off again. The Miners win it back to their D, tries to throw it on net, but I think it hit off of a Miners player into the corner. They collect it. Centering pass, shot gets deflected and into the corner again, and Ronan comes away with it. We've got some numbers here, an opportunity with some speed. Ronan carries it up, makes it pass to Hoyt. Hoyt now makes a great pass to Dawson Charles with the finish. What a great breakout play by the Screaming Eagles. And that was beautiful. What a pass from Hoyt as he's falling to the ground. Cross-ice centering pass to Dawson Charles, and Dawson does not miss this. Great finish. Great play. That started deep in our defensive zone with Ronan bringing it out through the neutral ice and makes a great pass to the Hoyt on the wing, who then carries it as far as he can. As he's falling, makes the centering pass to Dawson, and Dawson buries it. Great job, Screaming Eagles. They've been working hard for that first goal, and let's hopefully they can keep building on it here. So with just over 9 minutes left in the second, the Screaming Eagles are up 1-0. Looking for more. Here we go. Drew with the puck up to Landon. Landon 2-on-1. Landon tries to get that pass back to Drew, but just couldn't. But the Eagles are able to. Oh! Eddie Chen from the blue line. I think he was just dumping it deep, and it caught everybody off because the goalie, I don't know if the goalie ever saw it. You'll see the replay here last second, and it goes bar down from the blue line. You can see the goalie's just, everybody thinks that puck's going out. And Eddie throws it on. Oh, it's not the bar down. It's the side post that it hits and rattles around and comes back out. What a great shot from Eddie. So there we go. Back-to-back goals here. So 8:57, the Screaming Eagles get their second. It's 2-0 left now here. 8:57 left in the second. That is just pucks on net and good things happen. And that's an example of it. Connor just dumps it in deep here. We're dumping and chasing. I like it. We got Lucas Scott and Bauer on the forecheck. Lucas comes up. Thought he was going to come with it. But it squirts out to center ice here, and we're able to recollect it. And Eddie is feeling it and coming in for more here. Tries to make a centering pass off of a Miners player, and the Miners try to create a little transition offense, but that is broken up by the Screaming Eagles in neutral zone, and Jackson King comes away with it, crosses the red line, dumps it down deep, so we can dump and chase here. We got Lucas first to it, tries to chip it down deep, and now Jackson O'Donnell with the shot. Oh, and it's a save, and it squirts out to Connor, who just couldn't get a stick on it, but that would have been a wide open backdoor if he could have. The Miners just dump it down, but it is on net, so Landon has to play it. Instead of it being an icing, he passes it off to Jackson King. Jackson makes a pass up the boards to Max. Oh, I thought Max touched it, but they're going to call that an icing. So we've got, for your Screaming Eagles, got Gabe taking the face off with Max and Carson as his wingers, and then Austin and Jackson as the D, and we're taking this face off to the right of Landon. The Miners win it, but squirts out of the offensive zone, and Max hustling hard, trying to put that pressure on, but just offsides. That was a great hustle by Max. It's just unlucky there. The Miners change out their D, it looks like, but the Screaming Eagles keep everything the same. So Gabe here with the face-off, wins it over to Max, kicks off Max's skate into the zone. The Miners collect it, and they're gathering it here through the neutral zone and make a few passes to get it into the offensive zone. Miners dump it deep, and they go to work grinding to try to create something on themselves. Gabe's down there, Gabe over to Carson. Carson tries to whip it up to Gabe, it just misses him. The Miners get it down deep again and make a centering pass here. It's the Miners with a shot, and Landon does a great job, not just saving that, but collecting it so there's no rebound, because there was a Miners player sitting there all by himself if there was a rebound there. He did a great job gathering that so that there was no second chance opportunity for the Miners. Looks like we've got Elijah and Jack on D. We've got Ronan, Dawson, and Hoyt. Ronan's about to take the face off here to the left of Landon. Wins it back to Elijah. Elijah swings it behind our goal to Dawson. Dawson makes a breakout pass to Hoyt. Hoyt dumps it in deep. And Ronan's pursuing here. The Miners are collecting it. Try to make a cross-ice pass, but Elijah steps in to dump that back down deep. And the Miners try to dump it out again, but Elijah and it looks like Dawson are battling to keep that in. But there's bodies, there's people, there's all kinds of activity over there. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Puck comes in, Miners shot on net, and Landon makes a save to the corner. And the Screaming Eagles come out with it, and that looks like Eddie. Eddie tries to make a breakout pass, but it gets broken up. Puck is just rattling around the boards to the neutral zone. It does squirt out to the Miners. The Miners collect, make a breakout pass, and then a pass here to the neutral zone. And we're gonna, looks like we're gonna get a penalty here on the Screaming Eagles. And it will be, which will be our first penalty. They're gonna call an interference here. Looks like that interference was on Ronan. So with 5:58 in the second period, we're going to go on our first penalty kill. This face-off will be to the left of Landon. It looks like we've got Lucas Scott taking the face-off with Connor to his left. Eddie and Jackson are playing D. Jackson King. That puck gets flipped up into the netting and will be reset here. Take that face off again here. And it kind of gets tangled up, but Eddie's able to come with it, away with it and shoot it down all the way. So on this penalty kill, there is no icing. So when you have time and space and you're able to shoot it all the way down the ice, that's a good play for us as a penalty kill. The Miners are bringing it through neutral zone here and get it across the blue line, and they're going to try to set up their power play for the first time tonight. that shot went wide, and Eddie does a good job just hitting up the boards out of the zone here. Connor Politi pursuing, putting a little pressure on it. Now Lucas is putting pressure on as well, and the Miners are trying to get something going here. Pucks, again, just not staying true to anybody. The Eagles are able to get it and clear it all the way down ice, and we'll be able to get a 3-man change, it looks like. Jackson King was on the closest side of the ice, farthest from the bench, and was able to get off, but we were able to get 3 guys changed on that, which is big. In the second period, you're the farthest from your bench, and so a penalty kill is very difficult to get a change on. So that was a very good change for the Screaming Eagles to be able to get 3 guys off there. And now we're just battling down, killing time in the corner, which we are happy to do. That puck squirts out. Ooh, a little bit dangerous there, but looks like Jack was able to clear it behind our goal, and the Miners are up trying to set this up at the point. They make a centering pass, and then another pass to the face-off dot. Walks in, takes a shot, and Lana does another great job of saving it and smothering it, so there's no rebound. We have 21 seconds left on the Screaming Eagles penalty kill. And we're gonna have, looks like Eddie and Elijah on D. Maddox and Hoyt will come in here to try to kill off this final 21 seconds of this penalty kill with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the second period, and your Screaming Eagles are up 2-0. So Hoyt's going to take this face off. It's tied up there, but Maddox comes away with it, and he is happy to just skate this all the way down, and if he gets a shot, he'll be fine with that. The centering pass, the Eagles maintain possession of this even on our penalty kill, which we are going to kill off here. 2 seconds, 1 second, and so we successfully killed that penalty. We're now even strength here. That centering pass, Ronan straight from the box comes, almost gets a shot there. And the Miners are starting to play a little physical here. That shot goes down to Lynn, and he saves it, passes it off to Eddie. Eddie swings it back to Elijah. Elijah's got time and space, passes it up to Maddox. Maddox is looking for through the neutral zone to Ronan. Ronan collects it. The Miners come away with it through the neutral zone. They're trying to make a few passes here, but are able to successfully get it in deep, make a centering pass. Miners player makes a good move and misses his shot near side. Bauer chips it up to Ronan. Ronan dumps it, and we'll take an icing there and be able to kind of stop the clock and regather ourselves after that penalty kill, and successfully killed that, and now we can get our lines back in shape here. 3 minutes, 4 seconds left in the second. Your Screaming Eagles are up 2-0 here against the Miners from Cheyenne Mountain. Lucas Scott will take the face off. Wins it back to our corner. Jackson O'Donnell is fighting. It gets tipped out to Bauer. Bauer cross ice to Connor. Connor jumps over it. We have an offsides here, delayed offsides, but we get back, so we're in the non-sides position, trying to now forecheck so the Miners cannot create anything here in the neutral zone. They make a pass that squirts over their own player's stick, goes to Austin. Austin tries to make a pass, but it hits that snow powder right in front of the Miners bench, where a lot of the guys, as they're getting off the ice, do a little hockey stop, and the snow builds up there for sure. Miners are trying to come away with it. Good forecheck by the Screaming Eagles to keep it in our zone. Lucas makes a good pass down to Bauer. Bauer gets a good shot on goal, but the goalie makes a good save there. Let's see this replay here from Bauer. It's a good shot, but the goalie was in good position there, and there wasn't anything for Bauer to really see there. The goalie makes a good save. Gabe wins this face-off back to Max. Max back to Jackson King, who tries to dump it in deep. That puck's kind of squirting around a little bit. Comes back out to Jackson King. He is able to get it in deep now. Gabe's in pursuit. The Miners player collects it, makes it breakout pass. Jackson does a good job stepping up to intercept that, and Carson tries to get that down deep, but the Miners come away with it through the neutral zone here, across the red line into their offensive zone. They dump it down deep. Eddie's there, collects it, heard a whistle, and that is because our goal is off. I didn't see how that happened, but goal came off of its pegs, and the referees blew it dead to reset that. So we've got 1 minute and 47 seconds left here in the second period. Looks like Drew is coming out with Landon and Maddox. We've got Eddie and Jackson King on D. Drew wins it back to Eddie. Eddie swings it around to Maddox. Maddox is looking for the stretch pass. Goes to Drew right in front of him. Drew carries it into the offensive zone, puts the brakes on, makes a cross-ice pass to Jackson King. Jackson lines up, but again, a Miners player is in the shooting lane and is able to block it. Puck down deep to Maddox. Maddox chips it to Drew. Drew's looking to cycle it. Gets it out to Jackson King. Jackson gets a puck low and hard on net. And Maddox tips it just up and over the goal into the netting, so that'll kind of stop the play. Ronan's going to step in for this face-off for the Screaming Eagles with Hoyt and Dawson as his wings, and Elijah and Jack as the D. Jack wings that around, and Elijah Fisher steps in to try to stop it, but it kind of squirts out right to a Miners player who's bringing it through blue tries, crosses the red line, dumps it in deep. Jack is back, and that puck is squirting around, and it just kind of bounces up, and a Miners player is able to get some lumber on it, and I'm not exactly sure if that went 5 or how that trickled in, but that was kind of an unlucky bounce. It hit off the goal. Rick bounced up in the air off the Miner's chest to his feet, and he is able to get his stick on it. We're going to see this. Yeah, off the goal post, off the chest, through the 5-hole. That's just a little bit unlucky. I don't blame Landon on that. That's a bizarre sequence of events there, but it does lead to a goal for the Miners, so they're on the board here with a minute left in the second. Screaming Eagles are up 2-1. See if we can create ourselves another chance here before the end of the period to keep the momentum back in our favor here, but that pass does not connect there. Oh, that puck again. It's just kind of at everybody's feet, and the Miners were able to get enough stick on it to get a shot on goal, but Landon does a good job seeing that, collecting it, and stop and play with 33 seconds left here in the second period. This face-off will be taken to the right of Landon. Looks like Drew's going to take it. Drew wins it back to Jackson King. Jackson to Eddie. Eddie tries to whip it around, but there's two Miners players there. He does end up coming away with it. Makes a breakout pass to Landon. Landon up to Maddox. Maddox got his guy beat, and he tries to get backhanded. Just couldn't quite collect it enough. But that puck squirting around. Miners try to break it out, but they can't. It's not going to leave the zone. Jackson King got it just enough time. Oh, tries to make a cross-ice pass to Landon, but a Miners player is able to get a stick on it just enough to deflect it. And that sound will be the end of the second here, with the Screaming Eagles up 2-1. And we're going to get an ice make here, so we will be back for the start of the third in a few minutes. Here we go as we start the third period. Welcome back. Screaming Eagles are up 2-1 against the Miners from Cheyenne Mountain, who have just been playing disruptive hockey all night. Sticks and skates and in the passing lanes. And so let's see how this third period shakes out. Got Ronan, Dawson, and Hoyt as our forwards. Eddie and Jackson King as our D. Screaming Eagles get it into the offensive zone here, but the Miners are quick to turn it around, and here we go. Jackson King back. When the Miners player makes a good play. Oh, gets a good shot on net, and that puck trickles around, and we try to clear it, and we're unsuccessful, and the Miners player again is able to finish off that goal to make this a 2-2 game. That is 24 seconds into the third. So the Miners scored late in the second period to make this 2-1, and super early in the third period to tie this up. So the Screaming Eagles need to do something here to change this momentum, and a goal real quick would be a nice way to change that back. Drew wins that face-off, back to Jack. Jack over to Elijah. Elijah up the boards to Landon. Landon tries to get it in deep. Miners player is there, and it squirts through neutral zone. Puck's on the boards, comes up to a Miners player, cross ice. They get it into the offensive zone and dump it deep. Elijah Fisher there to get it, and he clears it out. Oh, a little confusion there on the Screaming Eagles, but Elijah chips it up to, looks like Maddox. Maddox is circling around, creating some speed into the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. Walks it through, tries to get a shot on goal, just wide, and then there's again a little communication error, but the Screaming Eagles are able to collect that over to Jack. Jack dumps it in deep, goes for a change. Drew with a hard forecheck, and Landon here as well. Landon causes that turnover. Landon's working for that puck. It squirts out to Austin. Austin's got it at the blue line and dumps it in deep. But the Miners player steps in to intercept that, and he's trying to bring it through the neutral zone, and does. And there's a give and go here from the Miners, and that thankfully went wide. Maddox chips that up to Drew. Drew's trying to create something out of nothing here, as he's 1-on-2, and he's able to keep it in deep while the rest of the Eagles go for a change. Drew does such a great job of possessing the puck, even with multiple defenders on him, and he was successfully able to do that so that all four Screaming Eagles could change, and now he goes off for a change himself. Bauer dumps that puck in deep, and Connor is in on the chase. He's fighting off two Miners players. And they tried to ship it out, but Jackson King is there and is able to dump it back in. Connor on the forecheck. Oh, he whips it around to Lucas. Lucas centers it, but nobody's home, and that puck's going to squirt out. Eddie tries to throw that back in, but we can't touch it because it would have been an offsides, and so that goes all the way down for an icing. 14:36 left here in the third period, and the score is tied now 2-2. The Eagles went up 2-0. They scored 2 pretty quick goals, and now the Miners have fought back to score, one late in the second, one early in the third to tie it up here. Got Ronan taking the face off, wins it back to Jack. Jack is looking for an outlet pass, passes it to Elijah, off Elijah's stick, up the boards to Hoyt. And that's a turnover, but Jack does a good job stepping in there and causing some chaos there. And that puck, Ronan chips it across ice deep to Hoyt. Hoyt is down battling and whips it around back to, I think it's Jack down low. He kind of gets held up there, but no call. The Miners are trying to get that puck out, and they do, and that's not going to be an icing because it hit one of our players. And Landon does a good job playing that puck. Coach Gwozdeku likes his goalies to play the puck when they can, and Landon did a good job stepping in and playing that puck and keeping a Miners player from being able to get it. Hoyt makes a great outlet pass to Dawson. Dawson gets it across the blue line, but the Miners step in and intercept that. Carson does a good job stepping in there, and he gets that puck across the red line and tries to get it in deep, but the Miners have successfully collected it, and they're bringing it into our offensive zone, and they get a non-threatening shot on goal, and it does a good job with a glove save there. So this face-off will take place to the left of Landon in our defensive zone with 13:31 left in the third period. Ronan lines up for the face-off. Wins it back to Eddie. Eddie whips it around to Dawson. Puck squirts back over to the corner, and that is Hoyt. Hoyt tries to whip it up to Ronan, but a Miners player's there, and it goes back to the corner. Jackson King gets to it. Good hustle for him. He gets it up to Dawson. Dawson makes a good pass to Ronan. Ronan makes a great pass to Hoyt. Hoyt with a toe drag. Just can't collect it enough. Whoa, but then collects it from the circle. Rips it on net again. Just a great job, never giving up on the play. And when he gets the puck and there's just kind of some chaos, the goalie again doesn't see it because that puck gets released. And I don't know if his own guys screened him or not, but just pucks on net creates good things. And that is now the second Screaming Eagles goal. That was just what appeared to maybe be a non-threatening shot that ends up in the back of the net because pucks on net are what we need right now. Great job, Screaming Eagles fighting back. Here we go, we've got Gabe taking the face-off, and I think there's a little confusion there. Max normally would be in the right winger, but I'm not exactly sure. He didn't come out. Connor came out instead. Screaming Eagles win that puck, get it in deep. Comes out, squirts over Gabe's stick. Miners players chasing it. Jackson O'Donnell is on him. The Miners player centers it. That is a dangerous bouncing puck as well. And we are going to get a penalty. I wasn't sure if that was going to be an icing penalty or not, but that was definitely an interference. The Miners player, instead of playing the body, stuck out his knee to create some delay for Carson on that breakout, which led to a penalty. So good job, Carson, drawing that penalty, which will lead to our second power play of the night. We were not able to capitalize on the first one, but we had some good scoring opportunities. And so we're going to go with our power play one, which is Ronan taking the face off. To his left is Dawson, to his right is Hoyt. The right D is Maddox, and the left D is Drew. Face-off is won by Ronan, back to Drew, over to Maddox, back to Drew. Drew down low to Dawson. Dawson centers it to Ronan, who gets taken down but stays with it and is able to collect it back to the point here with Maddox. Maddox over to Drew. Drew cross ice to Hoyt off the boards. Hoyt and Maddox are going to switch. Hoyt over to Drew. Drew down to Dawson. Dawson tries to make that pass back up. It kind of goes right between Hoyt and Drew and all the way down. Landon does a good job playing it, and so we can regroup quickly here on the power play. Maddox with it. Takes a shot from the point. Goalie save. Hoyt has the puck, looking for options over to Maddox at the point, over to Drew. Threw it back to Maddox for a one-timer, and that does get all the way through, and the goalie has to save that. So another good save there by the goalie, and Ronan was doing a good job creating some chaos and just some distractions in front of the goal, but the goalie was able to save that one. We have 1:05 left in the power play for the Screaming Eagles. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. The refs are talking, and I'm not sure what happened here, but it looks like there's another penalty against the Miners for unsportsmanlike, and I don't know what that was about. I did not see that. But it's going to be an unsportsmanlike, so it's not going to lead to a 5-on-3. But it will still be a 5-on-4 power play for the Screaming Eagles. There's 1:05 left. So I'm not exactly sure what that call was or what happened there, but there are two Miners players in the box. And that puck squirts all the way out. And Elijah missed keeping that at the blue line, but Eddie gets back, makes a pass to Lucas. Lucas cross ice to Bauer off the boards. And is trying to get that into the zone, and Eddie does come in and help, and Bauer's got a cross ice to Eddie. Eddie stick handles through. Oh, and that's, Bauer does a great job of just getting, again, that on net, but that hit the post. Screaming Eagles are trying to collect it and create some momentum and speed here in the neutral zone as they bring this in, and Lucas across ice to Bauer. Bauer makes a move, tries to make a shot, but the Miners, as they've done all night, get a stick on it, and so that flips up over the goal. Elijah to Eddie. Eddie at the point. Eddie back to Elijah. Elijah cross ice one-timer to Landon. Landon back to the point of Eddie. Eddie just, again, flicks it down there, but it hits off of a Miners player again. They've just been in those passing and shooting lanes all night. Elijah down to Lucas. Lucas tries to center it, and that puck, I think, went off of Landon's head as he slid to try to keep that in, and that went up into the netting. But just want to make a shout out here to Landon's got some family in Texas that are watching, his Uncle Ray and Aunt Ginger down in Texas, and so just want to make a shout out to them as they watch through Shaw Productions every game. So thanks for watching, thanks for cheering. Screaming Eagles dump that back in deep. Jackson O'Donnell, and now we've got some grinding against the boards. Drew comes away with it. Down to Maddox, just outside of his reach. But he does a great job hustling and not giving the Miners an easy chance there. Drew's got it. Up to Carson. Carson over to Maddox. Maddox back to Drew. Oh, just, again, a stick handle. Max is going to pick this up with speed through the neutral zone. He's going to try to beat his guy. Rips a shot from outside of the face-off circle. What a shot. Beats the goalie. The water bottle flew up in the air. Let's watch this again. What a shot. Outside of the circle. See the water bottle fly up in the air. Beats the goalie. Glove side. What a shot, Maddox. Charles. Both Charles boys have scored tonight. Way to go. And that gets, with 9:55 left, the Screaming Eagles are up 4-2. Great finish. That's what we needed, is just to give ourselves a little breathing room here. Way to fight back after the Miners were able to tie this up 26 seconds into the third period. We've now fought back and scored 2 unanswered to make it 4-2. Miners are looking to break out through neutral zone, make a pass, but that's broken up by Jack. And so they are not able to get it successfully through here. And yep, that's going to be a delayed offsides because, again, not all the Miners players were able to get out at the same time. So that will be a face-off that's going to come just outside of the zone. And the face-off dot here in neutral zone. We've got Ronan taking this face-off. Ronan wins it back to Jack. Jack cross ice to Elijah. Elijah is looking for an outlet pass up to Hoyt, but doesn't quite connect with him. And but the icing is waved off, not exactly sure why. And so that puck squirts around. Elijah pinches and is looking to win that battle and gets taken down, but no call. Running 4 checks, and Elijah's still pinching down low and does a good job keeping that puck in. Dawson now turns. And that looks like some follow through high there, but that's going to be a delayed offside. But Elijah Fisher has the puck, looking for somebody to pass it to, passes it to Ronan. Ronan, that puck just bounced off his stick, and Miners player came and got it. And there's just kind of bodies flying all over the place. This is a little chaotic here, but Elijah Fisher tries to clear it out of the zone, but throws it right to a Miners player. Miners player takes a shot, and this is now Max Sutters back on the ice here with makes the pass to Gabe Fisher. Gabe is trying to carry it into the zone, and he takes a hit while he's falling, and but gets that puck deep still. Whips it around. Carson on the blue line keeps that puck deep while Eddie's down pinching low and grinding. They try to swing that board around, but that is get hit by Gabe. And Jackson O'Donnell's able to, or Jackson King, excuse me, is able to keep that in. This 4th line by the Screaming Eagles just does a good job grinding, good job keeping pucks deep, not making life easy for the Miners, which is exactly what you want. Great job, Max, keeping that puck. Tries to make that centering pass, but is not able to connect. Jackson King has it and passes it to Max. Max, that is a dangerous play, no call. And the Miners are able to clear that out. Miners go for a change, and Eddie makes a great pass here to Carson. Quickly, Carson takes a shot. Glove save by the Miners. 7:19 left here in the 3rd period. Again, the Screaming Eagles are up 4-2 over the Miners from Cheyenne Mountain. Faceoff is won by Lucas Scott. Back to Jackson O'Donnell. Jackson dumps it in deep. Lucas is in pursuit and wins that. Centers it. Oh, straight. I can't tell who that was. Bauer, and he just couldn't position himself to get his stick on that. That was really close to a great play there. Oh, great forecheck here by the Screaming Eagles, which causes the puck to be sitting right in the slot. Nobody saw it soon enough to make any jump on it. Miners try to dump it down, and Austin collects it behind his own net, makes an outlet pass to Lucas. Lucas circles back around. Miners player poke checks it, as they have done all night long. Jackson O'Donnell's looking for it, makes a pass up to Connor. Connor to Lucas. Lucas across the red line, gets it in deep. Great breakout play by those guys. And now Bauer in pursuit here of the forecheck. Does a great job, causes another turnover to Drew. Drew gets it down deep to Connor. Connor back to Drew. Drew tries to get a shot off. I think it was blocked by a Miners player, and then the rebound was just wide. Out to Elijah. Elijah just throws it on net, but a Miners player is there again with their boot just to stop it. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. And that forecheck by the Miners player is just relentless. They have been doing a good job all night of that. Puck comes to Landon. Landon tries to make an outlet pass to Elijah. Elijah's going to carry it up off the boards. To Maddox. Maddox lets it go by him and into the zone, into the offensive zone. But the Miners collect that, try to make a cross past ice, but are unsuccessful. And that puck gets shot up right over the coaches' heads of the Screaming Eagles, and that'll go out of play. 5:31 left in the 3rd. And that face-off is going to come to center ice. That Drew taking the face-off. With the Screaming Eagles, he wins that back to Jackson King. Jackson wisely carries it across the red line, dumps it in deep. The dump and chase has been working for us tonight. The Eagles are doing a great job of that. But that puck takes a weird ricochet off the boards and squirts right out to the goalie. And he wisely covers that up as Maddox was in hot pursuit. Ronan taking the face off here. He does, oh, what a great face-off win. He pokes it straight ahead to himself and then makes a centering pass to Dawson, but it just, I think, squirted over his stick. And Ronan tries to then keep that puck in, but crosses the blue line and will be an offside. So we'll be taking that face-off just outside of the offensive zone. No changes for the Screaming Eagles here. Ronan wins that face-off again. Collects it himself, crosses the blue line. Makes a little move, centering pass to Hoyt. Hoyt over to Dawson. And Dawson, I think that was 5-hole. That was pretty. That's Dawson's second goal of the night. And I wanted to say that was his second goal of the night. That was just beautifully set up as well. That is from Ronan to Hoyt. Hoyt over to Dawson. Great, again, finish. We're going to see, I think this goes 5-hole. It sure does. Great finish by Dawson. That line has done an excellent job passing tonight, and Dawson has done an excellent job finishing for him. So great job, boys. We're now 5-2 here. Gabe Fisher wins that faceoff back to Austin. Austin over to Jackson. Jackson crosses the red line, gets it in deep. And here come the boys. Gabe up, whips it around to Max. Max gets checked. That puck squirts out to the Miners. The Miners are trying to break it out. And they get it in neutral zone, but good poke check by Austin. Just to cause enough of a distraction that they can't get that puck. Carson gets it. Good job carrying it through neutral zone and dumps it in deep. And Max is in pursuit here. Good forecheck. Carson. Get Carson on the puck. The Miners try to get it out. Gabe's trying to poke check it. The Miners do get it, but we're just very active with our sticks. Very good job tonight, not letting the Miners really break out successfully. Good play there by Austin to kind of control that and get a pass off to Jackson. Jackson to Gabe. Gabe up to, I don't think Max is going to get there fast enough. The Miners player gets there, and they're trying to collect it through the neutral zone now. But excellent job by Lucas Scott stepping in to intercept that and get it back into our offensive zone while we do it for a line change. Miners player is met by Jack McKiddo, and Jack does a good job bringing it around, then passes it to Elijah. Elijah up to Connor to center ice. Elijah over to Lucas. Lucas is across the red line, so he's just going to turn and dump it deep. Bowers in pursuing here, and Jack and Connor as well over there, trying to just make life difficult for them to break it out, and they do that a good job. So right on the blue line, and we're able to keep it in and dump it deep. That puck is going to squirt out, but Jack's going to be able to turn and go. The Miners are going for a 4-man change, so if we can move quickly up, not able to connect on that. That pass is not going to go for an icing because I think they're saying that we could have gotten to it. Miners come away with it down low, make a centering pass, but a good job by our guys tying up their forwards so they can't get a stick on it. Drew's carrying it with speed, 3-on-2. Makes a cross-ice pass, but again, a Miners player just deflects it with his stick as they've done all night. Miners carry it, but Harmless will take a shot. And Landon does a great job, glove save. 2:32 left here in the third period. The Screaming Eagles are up 5-2. Drew's taking the face off here. He gets poked around to Landon. Landon comes up with it, makes a great sauce pass across ice to Maddox. Maddox is carrying it through neutral zone. Drop pass to Drew. Drew back to Maddox. Maddox wraparound. Tries the wraparound. That was pretty. But I think the goalie made a good save there. Landon does a good job forechecking, causes a turnover here. Back to Maddox. Maddox tries to get it to Drew. Drew behind the goal. I think he was thinking maybe a wraparound opportunity there, but he was met by a Miners player who disrupted that, and they're able to get it out of their zone. And that puck is squirting down, and Jackson King gets it, passes it behind our goal to Eddie. Eddie looking for the breakout pass to Landon Green. He does. Landon Green tries to make that pass to Maddox, but the Miners player just interrupt that in the neutral zone again. Drew over to Eddie. And he tries to make a pass, but a Miners player is there to disrupt that. Miners with the puck. Try to make a shot on net. Goes wide. Jackson O'Donnell makes a pass, outlet pass to Drew. Drew's got some space, and he's going to carry it through neutral zone here. Got space and time. He's got Maddox. He's got Landon. He's trying to figure out what to do here. He tries to make a pass, but ends up getting deflected to Landon. Landon's pass down to Maddox. Maddox to Drew, centering pass, and that just goes wide. Oh, the Miners were trying to break it out and went straight to the Screaming Eagles, and we tried to find Maddox cutting in for a great opportunity, but that was disrupted as well. Landon chooses, as we're going for a line change, just to dump it. And we're going to go for a hold change here, but Gabe does a good job forechecking to disrupt the Miners as they try to break it out. And they dump it down deep, and that is not going to go for an icing. Elijah Fisher goes back. Chips it out to Carson. Carson cross ice to Max. Just skips over Max's stick. That should be offsides, and it is. "27 seconds here. We've got, looks like Gabe is going to take the space off, and to his left is Carson, to his right is Max, and we have Elijah and Jack on it, back in D. The Miners win this face off, carrying it in across the blue line into their zone. Elijah does a good job on defense there. Just a little scrum over in the corners. That puck's just kind of bouncing around. And Jack does a good job just getting out of the zone, and that should kill it. 8 seconds left here. Not kill it, there's no power kill, penalty kill, excuse me. That should end the game harmlessly as it does there. So, the Screaming Eagles come out with another victory, 5-2 the final here. The Miners did a great job being just disruptive all night, but the Screaming Eagles did a good job rebounding when they found themselves in a tied position and fought hard to come out with the victory tonight. So great job, boys. We'll be back in action next week. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Should I give you this thing now or later?